Yeah, the beer's on.
Your country
1039 KGRT. Yeah, beers on me. That's Dirks Bentley with some help from Breland and Hardy. Still looking for Feel Good Standard Time. Got to find out where that place is.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And yeah, let's talk tea. Spilling the tea, as in, little gossip here now. Now, you guys may have heard about that tea app that all the women are on, right? Yeah, well, apparently they've got one for guys now, the tea app for guys, because over the past couple of weeks, the tea app, which is what it's called, which lets women review their dates with men, made some waves and angered some of the guys, so it got hacked. And then it should surprise nobody that a similar app would be launched that allows men to review their dates with women. The Tea on Her app quickly rose to the top of the Apple Store charts, and then, wouldn't you know it, that one also had some security issues and has been exposed, private chats, personal data of thousands of users. And I think the lesson here is basically, don't talk tea. Yeah, don't spill the tea. Don't gossip around about other things like that. But it is the world that we live in today, right now. So it's a very simple question. Would you use a spill the tea app? Would you actually, if you're out in the dating world right now, would you use an app like that to go ahead and rate and review your dates on there? Just in case there, somebody is out there that person would work for, because you're just helping them out, right? Maybe, yeah. So I'm just saying, it's an interesting concept. Normally you just talk about it to your friends, and then they would tell other people, and then that's how basically get things going around. I can't say if this is reliable or not, because back in the day when there were no apps or anything else, I heard some weird things about myself. I always loved hearing the nice little weird rumors going like, wow, that sounds like I'm living an awesome life. I wish it were true. But yeah, would you use a Spill the Tea app, to review your dates? I don't know. That would be an interesting one. Just sounds like a way of causing a lot of disagreements, though. But, I'm sure it's good for some things. But would you use it? That's our question. Go ahead and let me know your answers. Call them in or text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Of course, we are live on our social media pages, so you can also just leave your comments there as well. For our question of the day today, would you use an app that rates your dates? Would you use a Spill the Tea app? That is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, make sure all the buttons are properly pushed this time. And yeah, would you use it? Would you actually rate your dates and review them? And then, other women would look up that guy's name, I guess. There's some way of identifying him and, decide then whether or not they want to go out on a date. I don't know. In some ways, it takes all the fun out of, like a blind date maybe, or just having some friends go like, hey, I think this guy would be pretty good for you, or this girl would be pretty good, that, it's going to work out, that kind of thing. But also seems kind of mean to do that just a little bit. But would you use it? Would you actually use a Spill the Tea app? Just let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in. And of course, you can always leave your comments down below. I already got a text message that says, no, I wouldn't use an app like that. That's what Facebook is for. That's right. We can just spill the tea on Facebook. It's the same thing, right? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Call them in or text them in. And Robert just chimed in. What did Robert say? Isn't that shots fired, Robert, right? Once again, let me know your answers for our question of the day. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in the world around us. Modern Retail says Walmart has teamed up with the popular sneaker platform StockX to sell 50 Labubu dolls and collectibles. Apparently, the Monster Series dolls sell for $200 or more. The dolls are verified by StockX and not eligible for returns, but ship within one business day. Oh, you have to buy them online? You can't see them there? That's no fun. Let's see. Machine Gun Kelly is denying more rumors that he's dating Sydney Sweeney after a photo together sparked speculation. I'd run with that rumor, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, Liam Neeson doesn't want to do a sequel to The Naked Gun despite its success. He says he thinks it's a one-off, although money talks, Liam. We'll see what happens if they decide to go ahead and try it again. Also saw that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is being rebooted for Hulu. The series follows high school students and the new Slayer named Nova. Interesting. I was a big Buffy fan back in the day. And apparently, Caitlin Clark's rookie card recently sold for a record-breaking $317,000. The bidding started at $50,000 in July. This marked the third time Clark's card surpassed $300,000. Those rookie cards are not that old, so investment for sure. And okay, we finally had it. Our first sighting of pumpkin spice season. IHOP is bringing back its famous pumpkin spice pancakes. Fans can enjoy the seasonal treat for a limited time. Since 2008, IHOP has sold over 1 million pumpkin pancakes annually. So I was wondering when we'd get to pumpkin spice season, and it looks like IHOP is getting into the running right away. Once again, I am looking for answers for for our question of the day today. Because you've heard of the T app. That's this little app that women could review their dates. And then the guys came out with one called the T on Her app. And both of them have security issues. Both of them had some leaks and private conversations that are out in there. But basically, it would be an app that would review your dates. Just be honest about that. Would you use it? That's our question of the day. Would you use a Spill the Tea app and let everybody know what's going on with your dates? Yeah, so let me know your answers. Once again, call them in or text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, just leave your comments down below, and we can always get to those a little bit later. Our question of the day today, would you use a Spill the Tea app? That is our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.